This is big. AI is big. But I do think that AI can be and should be a conduit to us living a more spiritual life, and us as humans understanding ourselves better, understanding the cosmos better. So I think it will essentially accelerate what may have taken us hundreds of years, if not thousands, to better understand ourselves. And I fundamentally believe, I'm really optimistic about this, and this is not a popular narrative, that AI has the potential to make us more human and to really amplify and bring out the better parts of ourselves, whether it's spiritual, creative, etc., and ultimately to free us as a society. Because whenever this conversation about AI emerges, everybody freaks out. As soon as there's change, people panic, and especially in the film industry. The narrative now is there will be loss of jobs and loss of careers, et cetera, et cetera. And I think, there will be growing pains, but ultimately it will free us, from this sort of like in slavery that we've put ourselves in, this grind of working 14 to 16 hours a day and, needing to build a career and a brand and all these things. I think AI will free us from that. We're in the early stages of it. And if we don't shape it, it could go off the rails quite quickly. From what I understand from thought leaders in the space, we have a 1 to 2 year window to really help shape the future of AI as it develops. Because right now it's learning, it accumulates data and then builds on itself and then starts to eventually think on its own. So, we don't want to be in a situation where it's Space Odyssey 2001 and where HAL sort of goes off the rails and starts making decisions for us. So I think we're in a critical time now to, as a society, as a collective, to help shape the future of AI. The Humanity Code addresses something that is important to me, which is a deep dive into the human condition. And it aligns with everything else I've done. I've worked in narrative scripted film, but thematically, I think it's sort of a continuation of that in making movies with actors. This is a little different, but I think the approach will be the same. Using visuals to tell the story, intercut with, thought-provoking talking heads and interviewing, world thought leaders, etc. But I think as a filmmaker, my eye is trained to tell stories through pictures. Film has become the literature of the day. I think it's a very palatable, easy way for people to sit back and have a story sort of presented to them. The idea behind making a film is that it's a medium that is accessible to all, and it travels far and wide. And our hope is that it will travel to film festivals and end up in theaters and help to create a movement and build awareness. What's fascinating about this is we have an opportunity to capture, thought leaders from around the world that have so much to say on this technology, not only from a technological standpoint, but a human standpoint. This film, The Humanity Code, is an invitation for the everyday person like us to make a difference. I know something like AI seems daunting or out of our, realm of influence. But the truth is that getting involved in a film like this is really an opportunity for all of us to have a voice and to help shape the future of humanity.